change the, it will not let me rotate. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm very annoyed. Am I live? Am I rolling? If you are out there, it will not let me do that. What is this? Ah, very frustrating, guys. Okay. I guess I can't rotate. I'm so sorry. Hello, friends. I'm just having this little bit of coffee in my Jungle Friends cup. I wanted to rotate my camera horizontal. I looked up, I looked online, because what I've learned is that the vertical live streams do not count towards watch time, which is total hogwash. It's garbage and it's annoying. And I looked online and it said if you rotate the camera, it will automatically go. So I rotated my camera and I went to see, and it would not. Very annoying. So what are you going to do? I'll figure it out for next time. But hello, everyone. I'm DiffeRant Jeff, and I am here live with you in my car, this time in the driveway, because I feel like you deserve that. You deserve that much. Victoria, you made it. Victoria, Victoria. Thank you very much for making it. Can you guys tell me really quickly, if I do this, what happens? I'm doing this. Just let me know quickly what happens when I do that. Does it stay stuck in vertical? Because it's giving me a message that says I can't do that. So, that's very frustrating to me because, anyway, I'm not going to get bogged down. Not going to let myself get bogged down. You are sideways right now? Or no, if I turn it, it makes me like that. Okay. Got it. I'll fix it next time. It's very frustrating because I've been doing these live streams lately and I've been like, wow, I've had a lot of viewers. I'm surprised. Like there are times in the middle of a live stream where I had like 100 and something viewers. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's really happening. It's happening. And then I would end the live stream. Like the other day's live stream from, what was that, Wednesday? I can't remember if it was Wednesday. I ended up with like 6 hours of watch time from the live stream, which is huge. As you guys understand, I'm trying to get my watch time up. And then, yeah, just when turned sideways is fine though. Ramona, wear my seatbelt. I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. I will not. Ramona, did you change the name or is this your old account restored? Because I'm looking for the otter lady. I don't know. Ramona had a snafu and was not able to attend the other one, and but she's back. She's back. And I want to say, as long as we've got you two beautiful people here with me, I received my first super thanks today from Ramona. And as you know, these things are very, very, very precious to me. I got my first super chat the other day from Marie, and today I got my first super thanks, and it's awesome. So thanks again, Ramona, for that. I really appreciate it. I was running late today because today, Friday, is the day of my son's swim class. I have no clue what I'm doing. She doesn't. You do. You totally have a clue. You have a clue. You're one of those people who has a clue and then is like scattered at the same time, which I appreciate. That's kind of how I am, I think. But you have a double clue. Like you really do have a clue. Fridays are my hello SD, how are you? Thanks for joining in. Thank you very much. How are you today? I'm doing very well, although I'm a little bit splurp. I don't know if you guys use the word splurp. Splurp is a word my brother and I used to use for like when you wake up and you're kind of puffy, you're not really like, you know, I'm running late today. Okay, so that's the story. Today is my son's swim class, and he was successful in kicking his legs in the water and splashing his hands around a bit, and he drank a little water, but he blew a little bit of bubbles. We're trying to teach him to blow bubbles. He's been doing great. One of the other moms in class last week said he was the star of the class, which is kind of cool. It's like the first time someone like said he had like, we know he's great. We know he's a star. Okay, the male person is going behind me right now. Thank you for discovering the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm working really hard, and every time I get a new person to join the channel, it makes me really happy. I feel I'm all over it. I'm all over all the new people who join, and it's awesome. Thanks for saying hello too, because sometimes people join and you don't get to see who they are, so it means a lot. Anyway, so I miscalculated a bit scheduling my live stream for noon. I probably should have done 12:30 or even 1, but we stopped for brunch, hence the Jungle Friends cup that I'm sipping from. It's a macchiato from this awesome brunch place. near the swim class, and my son got like a pancake, which he's too small to have, but he got it, and it came with an OJ, and it came in this like kids cup. And so I had coffee left over, but I was like, we need to go, we need to move. I was like, can I have my coffee in a to-go cup and in a cup like my son? And the waitress was like, well, we can give you a bigger cup. I was like, no, I really like this one. I really like this. I mean, this is an awesome cup. Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, this is actually an awesome cup. It's plastic. I love that. I love that cup. But we'll probably chuck it because cheap plastic is not good for you. But your niece is learning to swim too? Yeah, they're so cute in the water. He's doing awesome. And we take him sometimes to the open water, although it's getting a little colder for that. But he just loves to it's just so cool. Water, it's just cool. I just love being a dad right now. It's an awesome cup. This coffee has become kind of gross at this point. It was a macchiato, which I learned. I don't know if you guys know what a macchiato. I always assume macchiato when you go to Starbucks, and it's like, oh, extra sugary something. But it turns out, I'm just sharing this because I didn't know. A macchiato is like halfway between a latte and a coffee. So a latte is like, I guess, like 50-50 milk and coffee, or maybe, or like a lot of milk and coffee. And a coffee is like all coffee. And a macchiato is more like 75% coffee with 25% milk or something like that. So that's cool. I didn't know. Now I'm definitely more of a macchiato guy. Oh, brunch was so good. Got eggs Benedict, but with like a special like Monterey Jack and everything bagel seasoning. Oh, it was so good. Whew. But I still have morning hair. I wanted to shower, and this shirt technically is, I already wore this week, but I was like, I gotta wear it again. It's my merch. It's my merch. In case you haven't seen. Okay. Are you different? Listen, I have all these new features to talk about, and I do want to focus this live stream a little bit on how I got monetized, even though that's ridiculous because my monetization has amounted to a $5 super chat and a $2 super thanks so far. But it's just the beginning, and I'm so freaking happy. And I know that a lot of people are out there, and I've been looking myself to find how small channels are doing when they get that monetization and what it's all about. So I want to share my experience really quickly. Well, not really. I'm going to share my experience in this chat. And please do subscribe and check out some of the links below in the description, because I meant for this video to be horizontal, and I'm not going to get the watch time from this. So anything you could do is check out some of the other videos. It really, really, really will help me out a lot. I am DiffeRant Jeff. I've been doing YouTube for 4 years and full time, believe it or not. I'm an actor. I've done Broadway, film, blah, blah, blah. And I am currently in between really good professional jobs. So I decided to learn to film and edit. I've told you guys this multiple times. I'm not going to go into it, but just in case you're new, I am working to make a good YouTube channel and to make content that people enjoy and find amusing and everything. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And currently I'm really mostly focused on parodying Sister Wives. So, so many things I want to say, but I just want to say up front, before the chat gets too long-winded, that I have some new features available since I've been partially monetized. I'm going to talk about what I did to get to this point, but I am partially monetized, which means I have super chats, which is like in a live stream or in a premiere. In a premiere or a live stream, you can add a tip, which makes your comments stay at the top. And whether you like to have your comments stay at the top, I guess the bigger the tip is, the longer it stays at the top. Or if you don't care about the staying at the top part, it just helps me out because the creator gets 70%, which is the best revenue cut you get of all these things, of all these little things. And once I reach, so I'm at 3,164 watch hours right now. I'm going up every day. And once I get to 4,000, then I'll be able to put advertisements on my video. And I apologize in advance for that because, you know, that I don't really like having videos. And, you know, sometimes people who are small channels put so many ads. Like I'm going to see, I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to experiment. But we're not there yet. I think maybe in a month or two, we'll be there. If things keep going at this rate, though, I got to tell you guys, I am so freaking happy at this current moment. I can't explain it because it's a little bit like hard to have to show you like a million diagrams, but I think I've set in my mind, I need to have an average of 313 hours per month of watch time to get my 4,000 hour goal by the end of the year, or within a calendar year. And things have been going really good this whole year, but not Loom, please. Yeah, I hope not. With those like Loom, I don't know. I think I might be able to pick. Some people have like customized, like some people's ads. Like I watch a lot of wilderness stuff. I love watching bushcraft and wilderness. That's like my favorite thing to watch, really. Sometimes comedy too, and they have these like specialized ads that are certain types of wilderness gadgets, and I'm like, I watch the ad. I'm like, these are good. I don't know if I can pick. But knowing that my fans are like largely Sister Wives based, I think I have to pick stuff that they're interested in if I want people to like potentially click. I think people clicking on the ad gives you a larger share of the profit, but whatever. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Where we are at is super chats and super thanks. I want to talk about super thanks a little bit more because I thought on Wednesday I kind of glazed over it. Super thanks are awesome. Every video on my channel now has an opportunity to receive a super thanks, and that's like where you have the choice. You can like, share, like those things on the bottom right corner. There's now going to be a heart with a $sign in the middle of it, and that's just a way to tip me, to give me a tip. I'm not here begging for money. I know some people have expressed they can't afford to do anything financially, and that is totally cool. If you watch a couple videos a week, say I put out 2 videos a week. If you watch those videos, I am grateful. If you watch 4 videos or even 6 or 8 videos, you are going above and beyond. So trust me. I say this before. I want you to know I am sincere. Just to watch a video, to like it, comment, even to share. If you could share it with someone or pass the word along, that's awesome. So we got super chats, super thanks. We have memberships on the channel now, which is a lot like Patreon, but it's within the YouTube system. So I put some perks. I'm not sure if anybody's going to want to join that yet or not, but I have put some perks. So please, if you're interested, poke around the channel, look for it because it's there. And with those memberships, you get badges. So they're like these like little colored stars that go next to your name. And it could be kind of cool if you're into it. And if not, I totally understand. And I'm refining my perks for the memberships, but I have, it's just a lot. There's a lot of new things for me to organize and arrange. Then there's like customizable emojis. I made 4 emojis this week. One of them is Cody Mad. It's this really like shabby Cody drawing. I guess you have to be in a membership to use it. I think that's one of the perks you get. And I made the dead emoji, which is just like a skull with the tongue sticking out. A couple. They're okay. I could do better, but I just had to put something out there, and it's just a fun prospect. So let me see. What is it? Super chats merch. Okay, so the thing that's annoying me, okay, sorry to be negative, is the merch. I have been in the phase 1 of the partner program since Wednesday, and I am now eligible to have a merch store on my channel in which under every single video there should be my merch store, but it hasn't become activated on the channel yet. So I'm patiently waiting. I did some research. Some people say it takes a few days. So this would be a few. Hopefully by tomorrow I have it. I feel like Robin saying she won't let Janelle go needs to be an emoji somehow. Yes, seriously. That's true. That was like the whole thing that made this video for me, this last video, because I'm not letting her go thing. Because sometimes I'm like, what title should I use? Like right now I'm working on season 5. So tomorrow, if my editing is productive today, I should release my next season 5 parody tomorrow, which is the FLDS Pilgrimage, where they do this horrendous RV trip to Nauvoo. And it's pretty funny and stupid. And they go to the truck, what is it called? It's like the truck henge. They stop off at this truck henge, and there's this country guy who's cursing and giving the finger. It was so bizarre because, like, Cody claims to be all I'm not mocking his faith at all. Okay. Hi, Tina. That was a pretty funny episode. There was a lot of really interesting stuff like about when Cody needed to sleep, which is kind of understandable. How you doing, Tina? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. The things she says are so wildly I know. I have a lot to learn. SD, I don't know if you've heard this from me. I'm only chronologically up to season 5. So I'm doing season 19 as well. So I know what's happened, but it's season 5, episode 7 or 8, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it's season 5, episode 7. But I'm not chronologically up to seeing every debacle that had happened. So it's funny when we watch it. My wife has been watching with me, and we're like, I don't really see why everyone hates Robin so much. I don't see why everyone even hates Cody so much. I mean, I could see he's like, I get it, but I don't totally see what happened yet. But I'm pretty much going based off of what the fan base has been saying. Thank you. Everything is great on WFH today. Waffle House? WFH. So can catch the light. Oh, work from home. Oh, awesome. Robin needs to buy some of your artwork that I've been viewing on your Patreon. Yeah, thank you. Ramona, you know what? I'm going to take you watch. I know. I can't wait to see how it happens. It's actually, you can see it. There's one episode I did, I think it was season 4 or 5, I parodied, where it's called Creeping Strange, I think is what I titled it, where you can start to see Cody's like eyes like darken a little. And then they're looking at each other and they're like, is this when it starts to happen? And they're like, yeah, this is when it starts to happen. What are you saying? My eyes are getting a little bit bad. I have to like lean back every time. Robin was kind of subtle the first few seasons, and that's why she, yeah. But I'll just say this. I'm not here trying to like argue in favor of anybody because like I said, I'm only like a rookie in some ways. But look at season 19. She actually is like still hoping for togetherness and stuff. So to me, I'm like, that still doesn't show me that she's like menacing and evil. And I'm a pretty good judge of character. Like I can kind of tell when people are secretly evil, but I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Anyways, Ramona, you made a nice comment there, which I'm going to take that ball and run with it. Oh, see, I'm a little bad on reading this stuff, but I like having the comments. Okay. She's never hated her, but she does no favors with all the fake. I know. That's the big thing. I have a line in my movie I'm making. I cannot wait for you guys to see The Fifth Wife. Seriously, I'm so excited. I don't want to give away spoilers, but SD, I don't know. Just because I feel like you might be relatively new, I'm just filling you in. And if you already know, are you new from today? But I'm making a feature film about the sister wives called The Fifth Wife, which is a parody from my own imagination, and it's I'm already filming it. Hold on a second, I'm just reading here. Yeah. Yeah, Tina, good call. I like it all. I like it. People are going to pull up behind me and be like, what are you doing? Why are you talking in your car? You must be crazy. I must be. Sometimes my neighbor's cat sits in the window and look, the cat's not looking at me. Thank goodness. Hate when cats look at me. Okay. So many things I wanted to share today, but I'm getting off track. So, but it's all good. If you're watching, I am going to be talking a little bit about how I got partially monetized as a small channel. I'm going to explain that in a minute, but I did want to just mention really quickly, oh, I believe that. He could be on roids. You know, you can see how people act. Thank you so much. I can't wait to share the movie. I cannot. Will life follow art? I don't know. I would love to see them stay together and keep doing the show, but it doesn't. I wonder if there'll be a season. I mean, you can't end on 19. If they're going to do 19 after the tragedies that befell this season, this family this year, then how could you not do 20? And especially now with David coming into the picture, I really do think they'll continue it on, but you know, then you know, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Like, I don't know. But there's one thing in The Fifth Wife. I have to tell you this little. I have like a bedroom scene, not nothing risky at all, but a bedroom scene for Cody with each of the wives. Side eye, what's going on? 20 has already been filmed? Are you serious? Oh, see, you just saved me. You just gave me some more hope for next year. Thank you. That is great. The new season has been gangbusters so far for the channel. Like, I can't even express it. I'm all over the place. If you're following me, you're awesome. I tried to get 315 hours per month, but then right now I am at 800 hours per month. Only recently things have been ballooning, which means I'm obviously going to get to my 4,000 watch hour goal soon. Yeah, it is weird. It is very weird, but it happens all the time to stay working with people you're exes with. Speaking from experience in a long, long time ago, but we can call it hope. It's good to keep the hope alive. But there's a bedroom scene for each of the wives where Cody is having like something funny with the wife, and I'll just tell you, there's one time where Robin's crying, and Cody's like, "Don't you ever run out of tears?" And I have fake Bible verses. First of all, I'll just tell you, I read the Bible. I love God in my own way, and I will never disrespect the Bible. So if it comes across that way, I don't intend it to. I don't think the Bible is a joke at all. In fact, just for reference, I actively read the Bible and pray every day, and I'm very much grateful and love God and stuff without getting into any religion. It's just, but I do have some fake Bible verses. My justification is that Cody augments the Bible to suit his FLDS Bible Cody version. So there's one thing where Robin says, tears are a sign of a fertile woman. Tears that never run dry, much like her womb. I think that's Ephesians. I just recorded that yesterday. Oh, boom! A spoiler. I just told you something funny. That's one of my jokes that I like from the movie. And I throw a box of tissues at myself. Talk about filming logistics. So Cody goes to give Robin some tissues, and I'm spoiling. This is the last spoiler I'm going to say. That Cody's like, well, I'd get the tissues for you, but they're over there. I don't really feel like it. And she's like, I understand. And then at the end of the scene, Cody's like, here. And so I grab the tissues and I chuck it at Robin, and it hits her in the head. But like, just think of the logistics of filming that with myself on a green screen. It's funny. That stuff makes me laugh and makes me happy. I love doing this stuff. Shame that those no real tears. Yeah. Dude, she's got like a squirty pump. She's got like a little thing in a handheld pump that's like, exactly. I could see that. Anyways, all over the place. Watch time is going up. But back to what Ramona had said about Patreon. Ramona had mentioned Patreon. Okay, and I know I've mentioned this many times. A lot of you have heard me talk about this. First things first. It is the end of the month, and I have a special perk on my Patreon for people in the Emerald tier or higher, which I only have one member, one glorious member. Ramona is my Emerald member. I have one other Patreon paid Patreon member, Barbara. And I have a couple other Patreon members who are unpaid members, but I'm happy to have them over there. Patreon link is in the description of all of my videos, and it's important for creators. It really is, because as you'll find if you're curious, YouTube takes a huge percentage, the merch store takes a huge percentage, and Patreon is just another way to show support for the creator. And I am doing this 7 days a week, full time, like full time. Now that I'm doing the feature and two parodies a week. Thank you, Tina. I really appreciate it. You don't have to join in the Emerald level. Oh, I was gonna say, thank you guys. Keep me on track. I guess I'm a little coffee hyper, but I don't usually get coffee hyper. But this is a brunch place coffee, so maybe it's a little bit more peppy. Technically, I am hyper. It's official. I am hyper, and it's getting hot in here. Oof. Nope, can't. I don't have the car's not on. Can't lower the window. Gonna just burn. I'm gonna cook in here. That's the way it is. Okay, I'm hyper. Excuse me. All right. I could have just lost a friend right there. I could have just lost a follower. Can't let you guys see the truth. I've always been kind of a hyper guy. I was a hyper kid. I was a really peaceful baby, and then I became a very hyper kid. They call me Mr. Bounce. And I had a lot of times like people would be like, "Calm down, Jeff, calm down." And that was like I hated that so much growing up. But now I embrace it, and thank God. And I see my little boy being excited. I'm trying to know to not ever calm him down as well. But at the end of every month, I have a special perk for the Emerald people. And this is now. This has to be now. I'm not, it could be any month. You don't have to do it today. But tomorrow, I think, is the last post I'm making in September. I could be wrong. But I have a special song for my Patreon supporters in Emerald tier or higher. And I will put your name into a rhyme and sing it into the song. And currently, thank you, Side. I appreciate it. I think I'm a lot older than I look, and I know I am. And a lot of people are like, "Hey, how are you? You still look young." And I'm like, I feel very young. Like, don't we all though? I kind of feel like a lot of us do. Like, let me know if you feel old inside. We all feel old outside. I got so many disc issues and stuff, but I do feel very young inside, playful. I feel like a very playful mind. But anyway, if you want to join my Patreon, anytime is great. I have a new special offer. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm going to just spill the beans right now. I'm making a special offer today. I don't know if this offer will last beyond today or not, but I will make a personalized drawing on my iPad. So it's not going to be like hand drawn. It'll be a drawing on my iPad, and I will write, I'll say your name to you from DiffeRant Jeff, and I will give it to you if you join Patreon in any paid tier today. I will make you a drawing, and if you're already on there, I will do it for you as well. If you want it, just let me know, Ramona, Barbara. If you're watching, if you want a drawing, I'd gladly do it to you. I'm an artist, as you may not know. My logo is actually a digital piece of art. The R is a logo I designed, but the background is a piece of, it's like a digital painting I made using like the paintbrush thing. And I just thought maybe if I could encourage people to, I look 24 and 44. I look both. Okay, well, one of those is pretty close. Thank you. Can't wait to see what to do for episode 3. I know, I can't wait. Hey, Fairy D, how you doing? True crime woman I follow here in England makes her own merch. I think buys the clothing, then sticks her image on it. Don't know if you could do that. I know, Victoria, see, I actually really want to, but here's the conundrum for me. I would need to get a P.O. box because I can't have ship things from at my house, even though I trust everyone here is cool. But there's going to come a time, the channel's going to keep growing. No if, it will. It's going to keep growing. And there could come a time where I can't be giving out my return address. And you have to have return address if I'm shipping. So that's the tricky part. Like, for example, with my merch, so I have a merch store, the Teespring merch store. The link is below. The link is in everything I post right now. So I have 4 merch designs. I'm going to tell you, I have this shirt, which says, "Are you different?" which is also a mug. I have a mug with just the R on it, which I'm waiting. It's taking forever to make, the warning. And I have a second shirt that I designed that is an outline, a tracing of myself as Cody in profile, and just the words "wasted" written on it, which I can't wait for someone to get that one. No one, I've only sold the two things so far, and then what I purchased myself. But the shipping is slow, I'm warning you. But so, for example, and let me just tell you, I have another design I made called "Even Big Strong Men Need Their Mama," just because I do. And I feel like, a lot of my female fans have husbands out there that love their mamas, and we all respect our mamas a lot. So, yeah, So that's a reason, because I sell paintings as well, and I've even had this with people I know personally know through Facebook who are like, I want to buy a painting, and I'm like, even shipping is expensive. So the good thing about Teespring is that I don't have to spend a penny on anything. I don't have to buy materials. I don't have to buy marketing. I don't have to do anything. You order the shirt, I set the price, but in setting the price, so for example, I think the cheapest shirt I have is $23 or $24, maybe 25, and the euros price, I set the euros price as well, but it's always so much higher because of the exchange rate, which I'm trying to set it that I don't make more than $5 or $6 profit on anything, because it's all gravy, right? So I could be setting things way higher and I could be making more. Actually, I think the premium hoodie, I get a $10 profit on. So there are some things that I set it a tiny bit higher. But anyway, I have that. And then I have a new design I just made called I Earned $5 Today. Where's my parade? And that one made me laugh because the other day I earned $5. I was so proud of myself. The Halloween cameo. Oh, yeah, I know. And the cameo. Ramona, you're awesome for keeping me on track. Rocky Rainbow. That's one of my characters I did a long time ago. Rocky Rainbow is the world's greatest heavy metal for babies singer. I have a skit on my channel called Rocky Rainbow. If you search it, I actually did a paid advertisement for that 4 years ago because I thought it would work. It ended up getting me only views from bots. I got like 130, 200 subscribers in one day, and then they all gradually disappeared one by one because they were bots. And I was like, what the hell is this crap? So I never did an ad again because it's just fake. But yeah, Cameo. I do cameos. I have merch. I have Patreon, and I have these perks. I think that pretty much covers it. And it's important to get these little things. But right now I'm just a very happy man. I'm a happy man because the channel's growing, and I have received 1 super chat and 1 super thanks so far. So, and that's the last I'm going to say about it. But again, if you join my Patreon today in any of the paid tiers, we have DiffeRant Heroes, DiffeRant Gold, DiffeRant Emerald, DiffeRant Diamond, and then you can actually be executive producer or associate producer on my feature length films if you want, which is really just a title I would give out. I'm going to be honest, but in fact, I've been an executive producer on a movie, and it's only pretty much a title. It's really all it is. I was stood there by the camera, and like I was there on location in LA for a really cool movie called The Beta Test. They were premiered in Tribeca Film Festival. I play a small part in it, but I became friends with those guys, and at the time I was able to help support their film. I can't do that now. It was a different time in my life, and I stood by the camera, and they were like, "Hey, what do you think, Jeff?" And I was like, "What if you do this?" And they're like, "Sure." And I'm like, "Oh, you guys, they're just trying to make me feel good." You often state you need to get better at redacted, message redacted. Let's call it a Wi-Fi error. Yeah, I'm probably like very self-deprecating, as I think a lot of us are, but I'm also very confident, truthfully. I don't want to come across like, my wife tells me sometimes I come across like I'm not confident, or I'm a tall guy. I'm like 6'1". I'm relatively strong. And I think she says, sometimes you come across like, maybe she's like, you don't even act like you think you're this or you think you're that. And I'm like, no, I do. I'm just humble about it. I think it's sincerely humble, but maybe too self-deprecating. And anyhow, so where was I going with all that stuff? All right. How did I become monetized? In case you're watching and you want to know, I'm going to keep it relatively short because it's just going to be repeating some stuff that a lot of you guys know. But I've been watching videos this week myself, and I watched a video. It was interesting. A girl who had less than 2,000 subscribers made a video about how much money she earned. Where exactly? Because you don't see it. What? The video? Where exactly? I'm sorry. Where exactly is what? Let me know. There was a girl who made a video about how much money she earned once she became fully monetized. So that would be get better. I'll try. I'll keep trying. I will definitely keep trying. There's my neighbor. She's gonna see me. Hey, I'm just on a business call. Hey, cheers. Jungle friends. Tell Rocky Rainbow to get ready. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome. Cameos are very fun. I've only done one so far, thanks to Ramona. Ramona, you've been so kind and supportive. I really appreciate it. And not just from the, the ways that you've supported, but also just the comments and the kindness. So it's been awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyways, I basically been doing YouTube for 4 years, and I started out doing 1 video a week as I was learning to edit and operate the camera, and I would get something between 10 to 25 views a day. And then I would get like maybe 1 or 2 subscribers. And it was just kind of I was not really intending to get monetized at that point. In fact, it was when COVID started, and I was like, I just need to be doing something creative because I was in the Broadway show for 7 years and that show ended, and then COVID happened. We got married. We left the city because we were scared of COVID because it was freaking chaotic. We were spraying down our groceries with freaking alcohol, and like it was just like literally, it was scary. It was scary at the time, and so I've hinted loudly to my husband that I want a Cody cameo for my birthday. Hey, I hope he does it. I hope he does it. Victoria, I think you said your husband's the one who likes the Okie stuff too, right? Anyways, give him a buddy bump from me today, if in any event. That would be very cool. The cameos are fun too because it's kind of like this, I just record it with my phone. I don't feel the pressure to light it and edit it. I just pop it on and it's awesome. I've just, like I said, I just did the one so far, but I really did enjoy it. It was kind of like liberating for me just to improvise on a simple topic. Wow, it really is pretty hot in here. But so my point in mentioning is just that I started need to get where exactly, because I don't see it. Oh, that's where you're going with that one. Thank you. He loves Okies. New season, Victoria, let him know. New season is coming up. I'm keeping with the Okies in the new season, and I'm hoping that will circle back and help me get people to watch the Okies feature film, some more. But Ramon, I appreciate that. Okay, where can I get better? Let's be real. So first of all, very sweet and kind. I got it. I think I understood. I definitely got that. How could I get better? I just need to get better at which parts. Where's my weakness right now? I mean, I don't have enough time, but that's not really in my control. So I guess if I had a little more time, like, okay, I want to get better at using the typing on the keyboard. How about that? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I see your point. I totally get your point. Thank you. Yeah, it's just the general improvements. I'm getting so much better. If I look at sometimes I look at some of my sister wife shorts from the beginning of the year. It's not even that long ago. First, like the makeup has improved. My little wardrobe choices have improved. The wigs, I've switched around the wigs. I got a couple new wigs. That's improved. The timbre of the voices, things have improved, and little things like that. I just want to keep getting better. I guess just generally keep getting better overall. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that, and I'm gonna just keep. I don't know. You get it. I'm not thinking that I'm bad right now. I feel like I'm doing really well, and I'm so happy. And I watch my own stuff, and I'm always like, I need to go watch my premiere. My wife's like, why? And I'm like, well, first of all, if anyone makes a comment in the live stream, I want to be able to say, hey. I can't always watch every premiere, but I try to. But it's funny because she's like, you don't need to watch it. It's yours. You just made it. And then I sit back and I watch with a different eye, and I'm like, oh, Fairy Elephant, how are you? Hello, Fairy Elephant. Nice to see you today. Thanks for joining. It is Friday. It is. There's a line in Primus, the band Primus, who I used to love. Ramona, I wonder if you liked Primus ever. Or if any of you all liked Primus. I still like them. I just don't listen to them actively anymore. And he's like, funny thing about weekends when you're unemployed, they don't mean quite so much, except you get to hang out with your working friends. I think about that all the time, because I guess when you have this kind of schedule, it's all gravy, baby. I'm so freaking lucky. I just hope that I can support my family with this stuff at some point. Very D. There's a big community of Sister Wives watchers and other Sister Wife content creators here on YouTube. You may want to collab with them somehow to increase. Yeah, collabing is interesting. I have one collab video on my channel. It's tricky because I don't know. I'm very controlled. First of all, thank you. It's a good suggestion. If you ever get a chance to give a shout out to you, maybe you already have, you probably have, but shout out my channel to them to bring more people over here would be awesome. But collabing is weird. I'm a little controlling. South Park theme song is sung by Primus. I love South Park too. I love Primus. I love Les Claypool, the singer bassist of. I used to want to be a lead singer bassist. You remember the group Winger by any chance? Winger. This Kip Winger was pretty cheesy band. Was it? Did they sing "She's only 17"? What were they saying? The daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me. Like, think about that. That was the song, and it was cool. It was cool with us. But looking back on it, I think there might have been a little something wrong with that lyric. I don't know. But Winger, the lead singer, Kip Winger, he was the singer bassist, and I used to think that was so cool when I was a little dude. But I love Les Claypool. He was freaking genius. Amazing. What was I saying? Yeah, but about collabing, it's just tricky. I admit I'm a little controlling. Like, I don't know if I want anybody else acting in my stuff right now. not the Sister Wives stuff. So then it comes a question to writing. I could really only collab with writing. Maybe someone could send me a script. I would really, the only way I would see collabing at this point, which I've done with some of my audience so far, is taking ideas that can give me the stimulus to write something off of. Like if you say, hey, like somebody, I forget, I don't know if it was Victoria or Marie. I'm sorry. I think you both are in the UK, but one of you suggested, oh, maybe I think it was Victoria. Apologies. Suggested I do one of Cody dancing, just straight up Cody dancing. And I wrote that down on my notepad, and I want to make that one soon because I think that's a perfect idea. So little things like that. That's how I can collaborate now. So that's a long way of me being closed-minded, I guess, but it's a good suggestion. And at least I used to share in the Sister Wives Reddits, and then they started like refusing me because they don't want people self-promoting. I'm like, what the heck, man? It's comedy. I'm trying to give people a laugh. So yeah, that was you. I knew it was you. I'm sorry. Cody, I'm definitely gonna do it. But I already know it's already becoming like an idea because I did a short called No Salsa Picante, which is a short I did sometime last year, which was this guy who goes to dance and take a salsa class from this like really intense Latin salsa teacher. And the guy just dances like a little bit. And he's like, no, we don't want salsa picante. We want salsa medium salsa. It's like a stupid wordplay. Please check that skit out if you're curious. But I thought maybe that teacher from the salsa picante thing, maybe Cody goes to take a dance class for some premise that I could easily make. And then Cody tries to dance and the teacher's like all confused from Cody's dancing methods. And I don't know, but I was thinking about it. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but probably pretty soon because it gives me a break. Because that means I don't have to make one. The next one doesn't have to be, because watching the episode and then writing it sometimes is like an extra step. So I speak Cody very well. I am a method actor. Yes, I love method. I am totally a method actor. I need to be a one-man band. I like it. I'm very like, I love it. Thank you. People have asked me, I have this, oh my gosh, guys, I could go on forever. How long has this been? This is already getting a little long. I need to chill. But I'm sweating. I have written stuff where I want to play all the roles for a couple reasons. I have this short film I wrote called A Charitable Street Clown, which is a 3-man short where I want to play all 3 parts. There's a yuppie guy who's kind of would look roughly like me, and he's a frazzled, business guy on the streets of New York City who's just getting like reamed out by his boss. And then there's a street clown across the street doing really stupid things like I have clown shoes and some other stuff. I've done some types of clowning before on the street because I really just like the alienation thing of like, there's some stuff in theater where it's like all about making the audience uncomfortable. I don't always want to do it. There's something in that. It's like Bertolt Brecht. I don't know what I'm getting my theater history, but there's something in alienating the audience where it makes them like look inside in a different way. So I would do stuff when I used to live in Queens, and I would go out in characters and just goof around on the street and I wouldn't like harass people though. That's the difference. I will never harass a person. I'll just do my thing. And if you want to come and watch, and I'll walk around, cross the street, do things, do push-ups, like random stuff. And so I had this idea for a clown who's doing something stupid. Like he like pretends to like hop on a frog, and there's like, I have a squeaky thing in my, and then, and so this is a long story. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to make this one though, but I really felt like I could make this one and get into film festivals. Like there was something in it, but I needed to play all 3 characters. So the yuppie guy, he's all like stuck in his little like workday world, and then he sees this clown doing this stupid thing, and the clown has a little like hat on the floor with no money in it, and he's just like, and he goes and gives the guy like a $2 or $5 bill or something, like the $10. I think it was a $10 bill. It was like a little like, whoa, and the clown's like squeak squeak, like he totally freaks out, and then the yuppie guy walks away like feeling like relieved, like he had done something to like connect with like the soul of like the city, and he was not so just downtrodden anymore. And he just looks back, and the clown picks up the hat, takes the money, and runs around the block immediately. So the guy's kind of curious, and he follows the clown around the corner. Copyrighted. This is copyrighted. Don't steal it. No, okay. But I have copyrighted most of my stuff. But it's expensive to copyright now. It's freaking ridiculous. It's like $65 to copyright one script. It's not fair. But he goes around the corner, and then there's the third character is a homeless guy who's like laying up against the side of the building, all like drunk on whiskey, like stupid, just like throwing bottles, smashing bottles. And the clown, squeak, 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 goes over and gives the $10 to the homeless guy, and then and the yuppie guy's watching, and he's like, "Hey, I gave you that," to the clown. And the clown's like, I don't even know if the clown speaks. Honestly, my memory is I feel like the clown's mute. It's been a while. I wrote that a while ago. And the homeless guy he's like, "What do you care?" And it's like this whole like weird commentary on like, you gave something out. You don't get to control what happens with it. I don't know. Side-eye. I just came up with a really good idea for a short film. Make it, Side-eye. Make it, and tell us about it in the next live stream, or tell me your idea and I'll see. But I'm a little bit, I'll love to hear the idea though. I would love to hear it. So anyway, but the point of that story about the charitable street clown thing, who's going behind me? Oh, big truck, big truck. Is that my little boy loves to see trucks go by. He gets so excited. And the school bus. I'm like, haha, you think it's cool now? Wait till you have to go on it. But I had spoke to like a producer person about helping me make that film at one point. They read the script for me. It wasn't really going to happen, but I was just telling them, and they were like, I said I wanted to play all the parts, and they were like, well, why would you want to play all the parts? And I'm like, because we are all this is a long way around. I view playing all the parts. It's just we are all each other. Everyone is one, and it just takes away the whole. It's just like there are each stage of personality, each stage of happy, sad, disheveled is in us all. And I feel like that was my commentary. It was like we could all be at each station. You know, you could be at any station in life and still be. There was some sameness. I don't know. But anyways, long story. Thank you so much. I do want to play all the parts. Last year when I did my Your Fire James, I had a few of my friends come out and to do it. But it is problematic because when you do a shot, oh my gosh, it's so hot. Oof. It is literally so hot. Excuse me. When you do a shot on the green screen where you play 2, 3, 4, or even 5 characters, which I've done a couple times, you can do it, although your computer is going to hate you for editing it. But if you do a shot like that out in the world, which I did in Your Fire James a few times, you have to have the camera set up perfectly. You cannot touch or move the camera, and you have to have the lighting has to be constant. If it takes you 15, 20 minutes to change, then the shadows change. It totally screws it up. It's this thing called masking where you can like do like a little connect the dots thing and like remove like half of a film and then the other half is behind it, and then you can be acting against yourself. So that's I want to do more films off of the green screen, but like I said, I really want to play all the parts, and I don't know, you know, if that's sustainable or not in the future. Anyway, my neighbor's back. Anyways, that's enough about that. Oh my gosh, I have so many other things I was gonna say, but I think just to go back to the original thing, if you're still watching wondering how I got monetized, then you would have had to tune out by now, and I would totally respect you for that. Anyway, I did those shorts 1 a week for a long time. I started doing this, and then I started thinking I would like to see if I can monetize this and let me just get straight to this here. You have to find an audience, and it's easier said than done. You have to find an audience. If you want to be a YouTuber, and I'm not saying this like I'm some great YouTuber because I'm still very small in comparison to other people, but I do feel like I am a YouTuber right now, and it's my life. It's my full-time passion, and I see that it's going in a good direction, and I just pray that it keeps going. You have to find an audience, and I would recommend doing things like product reviews and even just like, you know, let's say, oh, every Monday I'm going to do a live stream and talk about what happened on Sister Wives. If you did stuff like that, and then you like recycled it and made a second video in the week, I feel like you would gain a following because people like to talk about stuff like that. You know, people want like, there's all these videos about people reviewing products. Oh, I eat these types of chips. I eat this and that. You know, I follow channels that do that and I enjoy it. I think that's a way easier and better way to get monetized. But doing comedy is notoriously difficult. And I have a lot of friends on YouTube who I've known for 4 years so far, and it's a struggle. I don't know why. Until I started really doing Sister Wives, did I start to see that there's potential. And I saw, okay, I'm getting 100, 200, 300 views a day instead of 10. And then I started seeing the watch time inch up. Last summer, I had 187 watch hours per year. Now I have 3,164. So it's a big jump, and it's going up and up and up and up. So I'm just going to leave it at that as far as how I got monetized. I just made so many videos. I've been making 2 videos a week at least, and just going and going. And now I'm starting to add these live streams. Although I screwed this one up by doing it vertical. I don't know how to do it. I'm tell you what, you go to try and find answers for things. It's not easy. The answers are not straightforward. You can't, it's frustrating. I want to remind you of a couple things. Okay. So I'm making an offer today let's say it's going to be for this weekend. If you think about it, anyone who wants to join my, I love watching good comedy too. Anyone who wants to join my Patreon, I will make a drawing for you and say to you from me. Maybe you want that, maybe you don't, but I've been making art for a long time. I love to paint. And so, it would be fun to make a drawing in any level, and I'll do that for you within the next week. Yeah, we do need to laugh. It's important, especially laugh freely and not feel like I'm always so afraid to be inappropriate, and I try really hard. There's been a lot of curses. I don't curse, as you notice. I bleep out my curses in my shorts, but this new one for the new season 5 parody, has the guy from Truckhenge, the country guy who curses so freaking much. Where are my cameos, Jeff? My cameo link is in all the channel descriptions as well, and it should be there. And if you don't see it, message me in the comments to this video, and I will send you a link to it directly within the next hour. But I have I think I have 3 links. There's my Patreon link, and my merch store link, and my cameo link. Those 3 links I put in the description of every single video I post right now. So you just have to like copy and paste the link though. That's the only thing that's annoying. It's not like a hot link. You actually have to like copy it and put it in your browser. And yeah, it would be awesome to have you guys get some of those, because every little thing adds up. So I've had 2 Patreon supporters now for, I don't know, it's been 3 months, maybe more. And I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the year to cash that out. So I haven't even really looked, but I know it's just gonna be a nice little extra bit of gravy. Take the family out for dinner. You never know, whatever. And every little bit helps. So I wanted to tell you guys one quick story. Although this has gone pretty long, but I think I'm just gonna finish up with an actual story. Phoenix, I can't. Is it Phoenix story? Phoenix is one of my supporters from Germany. I hope you get to watch this one later. Go on forever. You're very nice. If it wasn't so freaking hot, I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you guys this story. Phoenix, I can't think of the full username, but let's just say Phoenix has been made so many awesome comments. It's one of my supporters from Germany, who I was hoping was going to make this one. It's tough to find the right time of day for people all over the globe. But like I said, I got some people in the west of America. I've got the east. I've got people in the UK. I've got someone in Germany that I know of, and I've got a couple people in Australia, at least 2 people in Australia that I know of. So, you know, at the end of the day, I just have to try to fit it into my schedule. But I'll try not to do too early in the morning anymore, Ramoner. Because I know that could be annoying. I actually double checked the time change. I was like, so it was 8 o'clock. I think it was 8. Was it 8 or 8:30? I'm like, oh, 7 o'clock. I guess that's kind of early. I'm on baby time, so we get up probably so early every day. Okay, so Phoenix made this comment the other day. Just a nice comment on one of the videos. Says, I love it. No notes. No notes. Like, you know, as an actor, they give you notes. Oh, I wanted to comment on the method thing, by the way. That was something else. Okay, remind me. No notes is where I'm going to go to. Time is relative. It is. But about method acting really quickly, I studied, I got my degree in musical theater at college, and we studied method. And the method is when you try to access emotions for the acting from your own life. And I really try to use that. I do. I like to be method, but I also like to have all the other styles if possible. Like when I'm doing the, say like Robin crying stuff, I'm not always trying to make myself really cry, because sometimes I'm just like, I'm just doing it, you know, but I'm trying to feel sadness in me somewhere. And like some of them have been better than others, and I just have to like try to remember. And then like I think about something that's like kind of sad. I don't want to think about it for too long, so it's not gonna feel good. But yeah, I will bring up feelings from inside, especially if I'm working in like a bigger show though. Especially if I'm working in like a real show. These things are like, I mean, I write them, they're written, so it's not just improv, but I don't rehearse them. I just get up there and I hold my phone off screen, or the script, and I hold it off screen, and I read it a couple times and I do it. And so yesterday, I think I was filming something for The Fifth Wife where Robin was crying, and I was definitely trying to pull some method. I was thinking about what would make me really sad. And so yeah, that's just a quick digression about the method stuff. But going back to the comment I got from Phoenix was no notes, and that made me kind of smile and think, you liked it, Janelle? You know what? Thank you. A lot of people have said Janelle. I think if I were to take a poll, I feel like people prefer my Janelle the most, which makes me happy because, okay, I'm sticking a tennis ball in my lower back. My back's been doing pretty well, thank God. These last like 2.5, 3 weeks is the best my back has felt in like 6 months. But I had to do a lot of driving this week and carry a heavy suitcase and a couple things, and I'm like just being careful. But I always have a tennis ball in hand in my office or in the car somewhere, just to stick in my lower back, just to kind of keep it loose. Sitting is not my friend. But I like my Janelle. It's totally a choice. But when I watch her, it's the farthest from it's the furthest thing from how the characters are. Because Janelle's voice is she kind of talks like this. She's kind of got like sort of a soft voice. And I just was like, should I be morphing more towards her? But I feel like people enjoy what I'm doing, so I think I'm just gonna stick with it. And I think Janelle's awesome. I think they're all kind of cool at this point. So I'm not trying to diss anybody, but sometimes I wonder what they would think if they ever saw them, or some of the kids, if they saw them, would they think I was a big jerk? You know, and maybe they should, maybe they would, because I'm preying on them. I am capitalizing on them, which is, I don't know. I don't know. I just hope to do right by it and just make people laugh. Hopefully, like, we can all laugh at ourselves, but it's not, you can't always laugh at yourself. I cannot always laugh at myself. You know, it's easy for me to say, oh, laugh at yourself, but it's not, it really needs to be your choice to make a joke at your own expense, to have somebody else, some jerk out there who's like selling, you know, like trying to, anyway, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, thank you for that. So she said no notes, and it made me think about, oh, thank you. I'm really glad you like it. It makes me happy. That's what I'm trying to get better at, though. That's what I want to get better at. I want to get better at each character. Sometimes I think my Cody is too high and whiny. Sometimes I think somebody gave me a note last week. So, I can't remember who it was. Someone said your Christine needs to be more breathless, and I was like, that is a freaking great note. I needed that note, and I don't always like notes, so don't get crazy. I don't really always. Sometimes I can be like, thanks, but this is what I do for a living. I'm professional, but you just have to find the right moment. But anyway, I've been trying to make her more breathless now, and so it's but because of that, I feel like my Christine is backsliding right now for a week or two. But I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it back. I like that note, because I was watching the new episode and I was like, oh my gosh, she really is. There's just so much like extra breath, like always in every saying and every phrase. So when I was in Kinky Boots, okay, this is my last story I'm going to tell for today. And thanks for watching. I've had a pretty steady group this whole time of between five and 8 people, which is awesome. That means most of you have just hung with me, and I appreciate it. Hopefully they give me the freaking watch time. So frustrating. So frustrating. All the shorts, everything you do that's vertical. I've done so many shorts. I was doing 7 shorts a week at this time last year, of my James the Handyman, of my complaining husband support group, and yada yada, and still doing a full frame. Talk about a lot. And editing my feature. And I had a newborn. God in heaven. And no wonder why my eyes are fading fast. But then it turns out that the shorts views, which you would sometimes get 1,000, because they go to the thing called the shorts shelf. It's the shorts shelf. So YouTube is really pushing it for you. They do not count those watch time hours. All you basically get is the subscribers, and you hope that those subscribers leap over and watch your full frame stuff. But the truth of the matter is, people who watch vertical stuff like to watch things on their phone, and they don't usually convert to vertical views. So it is very tricky. And so I need to start doing my live streams horizontal. I don't know how what I did wrong today. I thought I figured it out, but from now on they will be horizontal, most likely. So notes. When you're an actor, getting notes is part of the job. And if you take notes well, that is a huge part of the job. My last job was in Kinky Boots on Broadway. We won, was it 7, 8 Tony Awards? I was on the Tony Awards show, dancing in the background. If you look up the video online, I was the guy in the overalls with no sleeves. All the shows I've done, I've been sleeveless, shirtless, or some level of that. It's like, hey, you're the guy with the arms. I'm like, yes, thank you. That is my achievement. But I was a super energetic guy. I named my character, my ensemble character in Kinky Boots, I named myself Paddington, because my backstory for Paddington, I was so committed and method, always in character on stage. I cherish my opportunities to act, where other people, I hope they probably don't watch this, but other people would tease me. I got bullied on Broadway. I'm going to write a book about it. Bullied on Broadway. The place of most tolerance and acceptance. We are the inclusive community who accepts everyone. I was bullied. I was inappropriately touched. Now, I still love Broadway. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against Broadway. I'm not. I love Broadway, and I pray to work there again. But it's just crazy. You have to be a certain... People would tease me for being so much in character. And it wasn't like I was some like loser psycho. I really wasn't. I was, maybe to them I was. But I was just be Sue in character. I love it. Backstage, when you're upstage in the background of the scenes and the audience can't hear you and barely can even see you, I would kind of almost 99% always still be in character. Although after 7 years, sometimes you goof around. But people would tease you. But when I was doing that, I was Paddington. So anyways, if you're ever curious, saying this again, the Tony Awards from 2013 and Radio City Music Hall. We won the Tony for Best Musical that year amongst some other Tonys, and I was in the number. The number was Everybody Say Yeah. And we do this thing with these treadmills. We work at a shoe factory, and I spun over the thing, and I jumped up and down, and it was crazy. It was awesome. Very exciting night. Amazing. One of the most amazing nights of our lives. Daniel Day-Lewis stays in character when working. I love that. I love that so much. I believe in that. I want to do that. I heard that somebody else does that too recently. Was it Lady Gaga? Or I don't know. But the only thing is, yes, and yes to the max, but also be respectful to the crew, because people don't want to play that game with you. I feel like it's a really interesting fine line. Like, I feel like you need to be able to switch it on and off too. That's just as important. I love it, man. I can't wait for greater challenges as an actor. I just want challenges. I'm going to tell you something. I've been acting since I was a kid. I've been professionally acting since 2000 and 2000. 2000 is when I got my first professional job. And I have friends who make movies. I have friends who write shows. I think I'm pretty good. And I think I'm very good. I'm a great singer. I can sing any style of music, rock. I can scream. I can do metal. I can do opera. I can do pop, doo-wop, straight musical theater, legit anything. I can act, Shakespeare, improv, film acting, TV acting, Broadway stuff. I think I'm great. I have heart. I never freaking will ever quit. I show up. I care. I love the audience. I sign autographs after every single show I ever did. I always, always care. And nobody rings my phone. Nobody calls. Nobody calls. Nobody cares. So here I am on YouTube, grateful for you guys. But when you're in, I was in that show, I was an understudy for a principal character, okay? It's hard to shake it off at the end of the day. Well, I would think so. Not, it depends. Yeah, it definitely depends. I mean, everybody's different. I don't know. He's an amazing actor. He might be one of the best of all time. And it could just be that it takes over a part of you. But I think that for me, that there has to be, I had a great acting teacher says you have to have the flame inside you, but you can't be burned by it because then it will screw you up in the head. So that's what I think. It's like that flame needs to be there. And that doesn't mean it's any less hot when you're using it, but you need to be able to keep like a distance from it. That's how I view it. But anyway, I was an understudy for the principal character in Kinky Boots, and I got to go on a lot. 100 times or more probably. I used to count. It was many times I took the center stage as a lead in that particular show, and I always wanted to be promoted, and I never got the promotion. It was very difficult for me. Very difficult for me. I became the squeaky wheel, which probably was not great, and maybe some, the powers that be were like, oh man, why does he keep bothering us? But I was like, I'm good enough. This is my chance. This is my time. I thought. And they just didn't. And ironically, sometimes they brought in people who were YouTube famous, and Kink you. Kink you. Is that like a way of saying thank you? I don't know, but that's whatever it is. That's a good looking word. I like it. Kink you. Kinky Boots. Maybe that's what it is. Kinky Boots. It was based on a movie. It's about a factory of guys, a factory who makes shoes in the UK. Yeah. It's an independent film first. It's based on a true story. Victoria, I don't know if you've heard of that story over there in the UK, but the guy had a brogue factory, made men's shoes, and I could do a more in-depth Kinky Boots stream possibly. It was a huge part of my life, and I love that show, and I do love that experience in my life. But there are some things that get me a little spicy, like things like people would like grab my butt and touch me and do things, and I'll be like, I don't feel comfortable with that. Can you not do that for me, please? And they would look at you like, oh, give it up. I'm not that into you, kind of thing. And it's just like, if I were to go around grabbing girls' butts, I would be in jail. And then there's just double standards and things and that inclusivity. Like I do accept everybody and love everybody and tolerate everybody, except for people who are jerks. I think that's fair, isn't it? Anyway, but the story of Kinky Boots is, I had one time during I don't know, that's too many details, but yeah, there's a lot of that stuff going on and people teasing you. And it's just like, what is this myth of being so accepting of each other, but you're not accepting of someone who's passionate about his art? Well, they were, but okay, blah, blah, blah. Right. This is getting cluttered. But it feels good. Thank you for being here. This is helpful to me. You guys are nice. You're very, very nice. You 6 souls. You 6 souls. I appreciate you very much. It's a great show, man. Anyway, the show is about a brogue factory that goes under, and the only way that they find to you saw Full Monty on Broadway? Awesome. That's a great show. I had some friends involved in that. I love that. I saw that on Broadway as well. It was an awesome show. I would like to do that show possibly. Well, maybe not the end part, but basically the Kinky Boots factory goes under, and somehow the guy gets the idea to make boots for transvestites, right? Oh my gosh. I've gotten so scared to even say a word anymore. Men who dress in drag and perform was because the character Lola was a man who would dress up in drag and perform in a club. And I don't know if it's transvestite or transsexual. Transvestite, I think. Anyway, a drag performer. Forgive me, drag performer. It's been a while. Okay. Thank you. Interesting. Working on the adoption papers and waiting on the parade permits. Yeah, Broadway's Broadway. It is hard work. 8 shows a week, and you just go. We went on for 7 years in that show, and you do get 2 weeks of vacation a year, but it's not 8 shows a week. You know, it's a lot. Hey, what's going on? Bent Batter. How are you? Thanks for tuning in, Bent Batter. I'm telling a quick story about being on Broadway in a show and getting notes. Okay, that's where I'm trying to go with this. You get notes when you're an understudy, a lot of notes. And to have somebody tell me recently that there were no notes made me think about how many notes I used to get. And you would go on, you're expected as the understudy to fill the exact mold that is created by the everyday person who does the job. And that is the job. You know that's the job. I accept that that's the job. I'm not complaining about that. But this particular experience, I was never right. I was never right. It was just, I was never correct. I was never right. And every time I went on, 7 years, every time I went, the guy would come in, how do you think that went? And I'd be like, I thought it was great. He'd be like, disappointed, you know, like, and he would sit there, you finish the show, you're all sweaty, you want to go outside and greet your public for the rare chance to be the star for that day. You'd have to sit there and take the notes, come into understudy rehearsal the next day, do it, rehearse, and you're never enough, you're never good enough. And I don't know why I need to include that. I thought there was more profound reason to include it, but anyway, it was just nice. The reason I wanted to include it was because YouTube is so awesome because I have control of what I do, and I know when I'm doing what I want. I know when I'm doing what I want to do, and it feels like I did a good job. I don't ever put something out there that's crap or I didn't feel as good enough, and that's the difference. So I do hope to get back to Broadway again. I'm actually singing it in a concert on Monday in the city, and it's the first thing I've really done in a long time, and I'm excited for it. I got to go practice right now, actually. Do a lot of singing. It's a reunion concert for my High School Musical national tour that I did, where I played Troy Bolton in the national tour of High School Musical. I made some good money that time, and I was all over the. Look how red I am. Oof, it's hot in the car. It's very humid here. All right, guys, I've talked for over an hour, and that is more than I should ever do for a live stream. But I feel that it has. I feel like you've been there with me. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new, if you're watching, please subscribe. Support the channel, watch some of the other videos, because the watch time from this will not really help my channel, unfortunately, but it will help in gaining new eyeballs. So I've got merchandise available. I have a Patreon. You could give me super chat. You can give me super thanks. You could be a member of the channel. All these things will really help me because I'm unemployed and I'm working to support my family. And thank you. Do you guys enjoy the live streams? I really think you do, but keep letting me know, okay? For the live streams. Looking forward to the next episode. No, don't stop. I bent batter. I can't read it. I think it says bent batter. I've been going for an hour and I got to stop because if I keep going, I'm going to get a ticket for live streaming too long. But watch the replay. I know it's not. I'm sorry, Ben, but watch the replay. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Ramona. Thank you, everybody. And Victoria and everybody. And I got these new features on the channel just as of this week. So if you can utilize them a little bit, it'll help, because then I can tell my family that I'm not a loser, which is great. That goes a long way. I'm just kidding. They believe in me. Some of them believe in me. This has been fun. You're awesome. Yeah, guys, let me know if you like the live streams, and I'll keep doing at least one a week. I did 2 this week, and I felt like it was okay, but I don't want to go too far. So let me know, and let me know if there's any topics. Comment below, because the comments, I won't be able to see the comments in this chat once I log off. You want to get monetized? Ben Bader, watch the replay. Here's what you do, okay? Really quick. You guys don't feel the pressure to stay on. I'm going to chat to Ben Bader for a minute here. You guys have been awesome for me today. Ben Bader, if you want to get monetized, you know what to do probably. I'm not going to tell you anything you already know, but you need to find a niche, find an audience, okay? Whether it be, for me, I'm doing Sister Wives parodies right now, and there's a really good audience for that. You need to find an audience. Post 5 pieces of content in the week and see which one of those does the best, and then try doing 5 of those a week. Okay. But the reality is you just have to build up watch time. It takes a lot of time and work. It takes a lot of time and effort. And it took me a long time. I've been doing this for 4 years, but only this last year has it really started to grow, because I found my niche. And I'm not fully monetized yet. You have to reach the 3,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and then you need to get to the 4,000, and then you can start putting ads on your channel. And one person I followed, they said that they earned like $150 that month in their first month once they had the ads. So it's not going to be anything crazy in the beginning. But cheers to you, Ben Bader, and everybody else who's watched. And signing off with my Jungle Friends cup from the brunch I had. Lukewarm macchiato, delicious. Subscribe, do all those things I asked you for. Much appreciated. Jeff, signing out. New video coming tomorrow. I'm not from Australia, but I could be if you want, mate. I can do it if you need me to be. Are you from Australia, mate? Listen, I love the Aussies. When I was a little kid, I used to tell them I was born in the outback just because I had to be weird. And they asked me where, and I said I was in the Northwest Territories, born in the outback, and I was delivered by an Aborigine. That was a lie I told very often as a kid. I don't know why. But no, I'm not from Australia, although I think Australia is awesome. So, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. I know I have 2 supporters in Australia so far. Have an awesome day, everybody. Thanks again. Much appreciated.